Hey there, gang. I've decided to make a video to give you guys an update on the fundraiser and also some more information on Seven as a project. So first things first, just the update on where we are at with the fundraiser. We're almost at 50%. It would have been nice to make this video and say we're actually at 50%, but I think we're actually on like 49%. If I just scroll, we're on 48% at the moment. So we're like $100 away from being 50%. Or like $1,900, something like that at the moment. So we're doing really good in my opinion. Better than I could have hoped, to be honest. A lot of the big perks have been picked up already. We've done all 3 of the signed shirts are gone. My hat, which someone ludicrously bought for $225, is gone, which were obviously the biggies. So things are going well, but there's still a long way to go at the same time, having said that. So with that in mind, we've decided to throw up, I don't know if you can hear that motorcycle, we've decided to throw up some new perks, because obviously our big ones are gone. Didn't expect them to go so quickly. Expected to announce these perks later, but, well, you guys were faster than I thought. So anyway, on to that. The new perks, if you haven't read already, there's 2 of them. One is a shout out from Drax's dad in the interview series we're going to be doing prior to Rewind in California. In case you're unclear what that means, basically we're going to do some recorded interviews, like live in person with a camera and everything, with some of our UK based players, because we all live kind of within an hour or so of each other. That includes Loris, who's going to be our kind of video producer for Rewind in California. Since it'll be at Drax's house, we were thinking, Midnight Mick will get in on the action. So I think it's $60. You can get a shout out from Midnight Mick, customized shout out. He can say, can shit talk you or shit talk your nan or whatever you want, really, to be honest. Whatever facet of Midnight Mick you like best, you can get him to show off for you. Or you can just get him to come up with something, basically, just, as you want. But yeah, more information about that's on the fundraiser itself. But yeah, the big one that we just announced, though, is the Crowns jerseys. So, in case you didn't know, the lineup we have at the moment for 7, it's based on the I-58 World Championship winning team Crowns. And we have a lot of leftover jerseys from that event. So, to put a long story short, basically, at the event, we didn't get the jerseys we were supposed to get, like with our names printed on and everything. So we ended up wearing generic jerseys with no name printed on. So what that means is now each player who participated in that has 2 jerseys, and both hold quite a lot of value. On the one hand, each player has a jersey like, oh, I thought it was there. It's over there. Each player has a jersey like this. So it's just the Crowns jersey with no name on the back. We all have one like this, which we actually wore at the event when we won the World Championship. So there's a lot of like kind of sentimental memorabilia value in that. But we also all have one that I don't have to hand with me at the moment, with our names printed on, that was custom made just for the players. Which basically that means everyone who was at the event has 2 jerseys, so they all have one to give away. So for the prices listed on the Indiegogo page, you can have your pick of some of those shirts, basically. I mean, you can have them signed, unsigned, however you want. It's up to you pretty much. But yeah, more about that on the page, but just like wanted to start off by saying those are all options now. So yeah, hopefully we're going to get there. We got about $2,000 to go. But I think we can do it, to be honest. Yeah, we're going to have more perks and more kind of stuff to come. There's going to be some giveaways happening later this week. Can't remember what it is. Oh, I should have had it to hand. Maybe I can reach it, actually. I've got a keyboard to give away at the moment. So yeah, I have this. It's a CM Storm Quickfire TK that I've had rattling around. It's brand new. It's never been opened. I bought it ages ago. I was going to actually resell it because there was some goofy thing where Argos were doing them for like $40 or something. So I thought I'd buy one to resell. Never bothered to sell it. So now I'm going to give it to one of you guys as well. That will be for following and retweeting a tweet, which we put out later today or tomorrow. So there's that to come, as well as more mainly in the new year, probably the rest of the stuff, because Christmas is coming. We're all going to be pretty busy spending our money on Christmas, etc. But yeah, so that will happen later. One last thing on the fundraiser update before I get onto the more general stuff. For those of you who've stuck with me this far, thanks. Yeah, you can also, as well as donating to us, if you're feeling like extra generous, you can also donate to the prize pool. It's already guaranteed at something like $7,000, hopefully with more guaranteed to come, but you can contribute to that as well. For every dollar that you put in, rather for every dollar that an individual user puts in, the Ustake, the website where the fundraiser is being hosted, will put in $1 as well. So just by donating $1 to that website, they will put in like $1. So yeah, for every user who donates, essentially they'll put in $1. So it's only $1 basically. If everyone who donated to us put in $1, like take $1 out of what you're going to give to us and give it to them, it turns into $2. So that's something that's definitely worth doing. There's links in the description for that. There's also a tutorial for how you can donate on that website, because I'm told it's pretty weird to do, but Banny's made a tutorial which I'll also link. But yeah, that's that. On to the more general stuff. So obviously we're doing a fundraiser, but the project we're undertaking here is bigger than just the fundraiser, basically. The fundraiser is what we need to do to get it started. I saw Rewind in California as an opportunity to kind of kickstart a kind of larger movement. If we'd had more advanced warning, maybe we could have done it completely without a fundraiser, but I felt like it was a very, very big opportunity to have like a really nice TF2 event. And there would never be a better chance to start a European brand that was independent to TF2. So that's basically what I'm trying to achieve here. The roster, the players currently playing for the team will come and go. That will change as any team has roster changes. No roster changes planned, by the way, but just like, just to lay that out there. But the brand itself is sort of here to stay. We have long-term aspirations to kind of self-finance, independently finance a top European team to all the major TF2 events. So if that's Rewind in California, or if that's there's currently rumors of a Swedish LAN in May, Summer I Series. My goal here is basically just to remove dependency for the top European team on unreliable sources of funding, whether that's organizations who kind of see TF2 as like charity, or if that's actual charity in the form of fundraisers. So we did this fundraiser, but that's just because of timing. The fact that Rewind could be a premier event, that information came out like 2 weeks ago, so there simply wasn't time to do it any other way. But once we're going and rolling, then I really think we can self-sustain through merchandising, YouTube revenue, Twitch revenue, players winning prize money from being able to attend these events, and all sorts of like avenues like this, basically. So yeah, this is not for profit, and just for the record, I'm not taking any money out of this for myself. The fundraiser does not pay for me. I will be at the event, but I'm paying for my own flight, my own hotel. None of the fundraiser money goes to me. It's just for the players. Obviously, that's all stated in the fundraiser page itself, but just in case you missed that information. But yeah, I just wanted to phrase it like this, though. In America, there is Froyo, which is essentially Banny at this point, but it's a TF2 initiative that generates its own revenue and allows Banny and whichever group of players he chooses to have on his team to travel to events without needing to do fundraisers or find sponsors or anything like that. Now, I can't play the game anymore because of my wrist, but there's no reason why I can't do all of the other things that goes into Froyo to make it a successful organization. So for me, as long as we have Froyo in America and a successful EU equivalent, there's no reason why, no matter what changes our scene goes through with things like Overwatch and all of that, there's no reason why we can't have international LANs for years to come, basically. I think there's enough passion in the viewership. Enough people would spend money legitimately on merchandise because they want that merchandise to support, to show support for that team, not just as charity. I think there's enough avenues to pursue that to make this a reality. So that's kind of what I'm trying to achieve here, just in case that was not in any way plain previously. Um, you might be thinking, like, what about regular organizations? We were with Crowns before. Well, Crowns did fully fund I-58, but we were very fortunate to have Crowns for I-58. In the end, they decided that Rewind was not something they wanted to fully invest in. They were willing to give some money, but we still would have had to do a fundraiser, and we still would have had to, come up with the money ourselves. So I thought, why go to all that effort for someone else's brand, basically, when we can do something better and bigger for the future. Like, Crowns were good to us, but even Crowns, a stand-up organization who were willing to invest in TF2, it wasn't always plain sailing. They just simply don't make enough money from TF2 to put it at the top of their agenda. Like, they will give us the money, but, for example, I only got paid my share of the prize pot and things like that this week. And that was partly to do with banking errors, but also just because, and absolutely no hard feelings toward Crowns, just because it's just not very important to them at the end of the day, because they don't make any money from TF2 anymore. Maybe they got some nice exposure from I-58 at the event, but after that's come and gone, like, there just wasn't a lot in it for them. So even though they were always going to pay, and I have nothing but good things to say about Crowns, it's just a stress and a hassle to deal with people who aren't as invested in the project as you are. So that's why I kind of want to cut those groups of people out of the equation in the future, as much as possible. So yeah, I mean, there's a whole other side to this as well as the team. Like, obviously, I've been doing my own analysis and kind of Twitch content for a while now. I would like maybe a slightly more official platform from which to do that. So this YouTube channel will become that platform. I'll still do my Twitch things, but I'll also be doing YouTube content, which any proceeds, any revenue generated from those projects will go back into Seven, the organization, just in case that wasn't clear. Yeah, most of that content will kind of start up in the new year. Like, for now, all of my time and effort is going into the upstart of both the brand as a team that's attending Rewind, and also helping the roster, the actual 6 players, get up and running as a team, because obviously we've gone through a lot of changes from the lineup that won I-58. So yeah, YouTube content and kind of educational entertainment on the YouTube, that will come later, but it will be coming, as will merchandise and other sorts of things, not just like 7 branded t-shirts, but just more kind of, so we say, like, more general competitive TF2 merchandising. I think you guys will like it. We got some good ideas, and yeah, the idea behind it is it's stuff you will actually want to buy. It's not just like stuff you'll buy as charity because you want to help us. I mean, maybe you will because you want to support the cause, but it's more the cause, basically. We think it's stuff you'll actually want to have, and it will be enough, basically, to do what we want to do here. Yeah, so that's that. And now, finally, just to kind of talk about the team a bit. Obviously, it's not the same team that went to Y58. It's not the same team that played last season of ETF2L, but it's an extension of that legacy, is how I like to put it. At least it's come about that way. Originally, I approached Ali to make this team because I see him as kind of the necessary body to make a top EU team at the moment. There's been a lack of callers who could cooperate with the best talent in the game. I mean, I'm not here to name names or call certain people out, but there's not many people that can call in TF2, and the ones that can don't necessarily get on well with the right players to make the best team, or they don't have the right work ethic. And so basically, Ali was the key for this project. So I took Ali as a starting point and tried to find players to put around him with both the talent and the motivation. So straight away, we just went for Thalash and Drac and Raymond. I would have probably liked Captain to be involved, but he couldn't make this event. So after Captain, Ams was just the obvious choice. For those that don't know, originally we had Pescari, I'm not very good at saying Finnish names, as you might know by now, in the lineup. But in the end, basically, Stark held his hand up and said he's really up for this event and he'd really like to go. And when the best player gives you that offer, They said when the best player tells you they've got the motivation to train and play really hard for this event, can't really say no. So we went down that avenue with Stark. So that's how it ended up being very similar to Crowns, but it did actually start out as a brand new team. So yeah, that pretty much sums up those things. So yeah, there's a lot to look forward to. Like I said, there's going to be the video interviews coming up in the new year before the event itself. We're going to be boot camping and hopefully going to be doing a lot of content from the event itself, as well as everything else that I mentioned. I've talked for a while now, so I think that pretty much covers it. Yeah, stay tuned, and I hope you get on board. Basically, yeah.